What is going on here?
Give me Envyus. I'll take Envyus.
Oh, wow, you're going Envyus.
Yeah.
Look at these three players. Is this some kind of hard counter?
Oh, this is quite interesting.
They're by the trash can, James.
This is, you just... Actually, I think I might have seen something similar to this one time. Dozy doesn't get the sound cue of somebody jumping off, and he gets taken down for free. I don't know if he gets any information from that, because he wasn't looking in that direction. So nothing on the radar. He knows one plays there, doesn't know if the bomb's there. Which is why you see a limited rotation from Gambit in this situation. But there is time on the clock here for Envy as well.
There's so much of like a meta around how you like kill the CTs around day long. It's really interesting how that's been sort of working out recently. Ooh, hello. Nice. 44. Sees though very weak. And Gambit are looking kind of good now. The bomb needs to make its way towards A. And everyone's there. All hands on deck.
3 on 3 as the T's continue to push. Haji's been lost, the bomb's been lost, RPK is dead. Scream with the P250. We've seen good things in a pistol round from him. Do they have any idea where he is? Or rough idea, I suppose.
Where'd the smoke go?
Who knows, but won't be needed in the end. P250 sliding down the hill. Will get collected by Hobbit. No plant for Envy. Round goes to Gambit.
Well, CT start with a good economy. That's always a refreshing way to start your cobblestone. And all they have to do is weather the... Oh wow, they're kind of doing an Envyus against Envyus. They're getting, I mean, it's not Mac 10s, but it's 4 MP9s. MP9 is awesome. Envyus perhaps going for a late B rush. Delayed B rush. There's an incendiary to delay any drop shenanigans. Hello!
Drop split to A. Drop split to A. Drop split to A. Let's go. Carnage. MP9's doing what they're supposed to. Some good damage. All the players softened up by the HE definitely helps. And now Envyus don't really have all that much going in their favor. It would have been cool to have seen them prioritize some utility on the buy. I think we saw that, I forget which team we saw it from yesterday, but I think we had 2 smokes, 2 flashes, and they were able to get into B, get a bomb down. The Envyus pistol buy, no nades, versus the Envyus MP9 buy on CT side. It's a very Envyus-esque match going on. Indeed, and I mean, Gambit are going to have a lot of fun in this round. The MP9's still in full force, and they don't have any Kevlar to worry about, so they should be making some good money. Mo, he knows what's up. He knows what the kill's at. Dorzia. Ooh. So I guess it'll be interesting to see where Envyus are at today when it comes to their cobblers and what kind of rounds, what kind of pace we'll see from them. Please nice. Hello. Did he see?
The radar should see it at least.
Definitely see it now. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's Kishima, of course.
That's a lot of money.
That's, yeah. Hopefully Envy can start this round in the right frame of mind.
That is so much money. That is mental, isn't it? It's crazy. AWP out for Gambit. Envyus might be going for a faster round here. Let's see what they can do around the A side of the map. We'll see a default from them to begin with. Mo might have to pull down pretty fast here. Scream might go for the wide peek. Is there a flashback? Just holding the angle for the time being. Ooh, a slither offered itself up to him. No. Bomb is in plain view. Feel bad for the poor soul that's gonna go get that. Ooh, okay. They do use a smoke. Was it just a flash? So it's making a lot of noise. Haven't really accomplished too much just yet on the map.
deep A-long smoke to try to create some space. A-long here. And deal with this setup. Dozier though. Tell Scream to bugger off.
45 seconds for these 4 Envy players. 4 versus 5. What do you do, Envy? Creating some presence towards Plateau. Meanwhile, the bomb is towards A. I think Happy's in the drop, and he might be flanking these players, although I'm sure Adren is looking for him. Standing on top. I like that angle from Adren. Doesn't work out for him, though. Most people will be in that corner on the lower ground, so he's trying to play the off angle, but it completely failed. Envy look well prepared for this first round. Bomb is rotating with 19 seconds. Better move quickly. Mo trying to save the AWP, but there is a lurker in place in Haji. Off angle, so he won't see Mo just yet, but Mo is conceding his position unbeknownst to him. There's the AWP if they want it, but they won't bother with it on the T side. Not the easiest weapon to use on the T side of Cobblestone, the AWP, so that's fine. But yeah, it's even though Adren got wrecked, it's cool that he is standing there, because normally, as you see Happy on the lower ground, that's where you would normally expect a CT to be, so he's trying to get shot in the leg rather than the face, but Happy was ready for it.
Just the power of the jiggle peek right there. Baited out that shot, wide swing. Oof.
Wow.
Wow, even RPK took it.
Yeah,
That grenade.
that's pretty big, isn't it?
That was a special grenade.
It's a big one.
It's a whopper.
Ooh. Mo patience. It's another reason why Cobblestone is not one of my super favorites at the moment, is that it's very formulaic. I feel like much in a way that Inferno is, in the way that defaults play out. It's kind of obscure. CTs have limited risks that they can take. But Dozier, he's going to be holding down Danger once again. Danger Dozier at your disposal. Oh, is he going to see the bomb? Hello. Why do they keep leaving the bomb there?
Bad spot to leave it.
You really can't leave it there. You just can't do it. Just stop doing that. Why have they done this, James? We must have answers.
So the way I've always thought to do a Cobblestone default, by the way, well, obviously you can change up your pace, which could be what Envyus is doing, but I like to have the A-Halls guy get in a spot where they can go down the danger stairs before that mid guy commits to that fight. Because what happens is exactly what just happened. If the mid guy dies first, the danger guy can just swing out and exit through mid. Whereas if he dies at A-Hall side first, he can get traded through mid. So you can see like one side, you can die first, the other side just doesn't favor you at all.
Oh, perhaps they lack an attention to detail. This round has been really weird. Like much like the previous round, it's just an incredibly flat default where they don't really feel confident to do anything, and they sort of just peter out eventually. They peter out. They run out of steam.
Yeah, individual plays from Happy and RPK won that prior round. Not the default at all. Yeah, this was more along the lines of what would have happened. What probably should have happened, actually, if Happy didn't jiggle beat that angle.
Okay, well, it's going to be maybe a faster pace from Envyus. Mix things up. Go for a B play.
That's the only smoke.
They are creeping.
Creep.
Crawling. Will they be able to get control of the B-bomb site? This in position. Great flick. What else can he offer up here? Adren in a great position. Uncontested. Hobbit still able to lay down the fire, but eventually shut down. Scream gets in on the action there with the headshots, and maybe he's opened up enough space with the boost to the tree position. Happy could make the difference here as he taps away. Where's the trade for Happy? So far, he is still alive and kicking, doing a great job. Scream able to be opened up there. And now Dozier's in. And out as quickly as he came. Good round from Envyus in the end, but simple one.
Yeah, very simple. Good idea not to force, obviously, the plant, pushing to the site. They boosted, took their time. And that ultimately is what won them the round. The kill Happy got on the connector eye, even though it was a little bit ugly, definitely won them the round.
Two rounds to 4. Gambit going to force buy. Mag 7 onto Hobbit. Mag 7 can be, you know, it can be viable in this position. The problem is if you are in a position where you need to rotate, then suddenly it's not so sexy. Smoke down towards long for the CT side, and that's where a lot of Envy players are. So actually, that's where all the Envy players are. They've got nobody towards B for the time being, where 3 Gambit players are. And Hobbit's in a position, sorry, Mo's in a position to hold a line towards Plateau. So I do wonder if we'll eventually see a rotation from Gambit. Meanwhile, Envy continue to show presence towards the A site. However, oh, here's Mo. Sorry, I misread the radar. Thought he was on Plateau. Excuse me.
Why do they keep sending him in without a trade?
I do wonder if Envy will eventually go back towards the B bomb site. RPK is keeping an eye on things. Now they know Mo is towards A. He might feel more brave to have a look towards the Plateau, perhaps. 49 seconds, and Envy are still subjected to smokes around A.
Yeah, and still with such a forward presence from Gambit towards A long, they don't have an option. There is no good option here for Envyus. They just have to try to force their way in with a lack of time, and they can't check everything. Dozier runs in with the UMP, does some damage. The trade frag is eliminated by Mo, and that will leave the bomb there at the feet of Mo as well at A long. So a horrible situation for Envyus. They don't even really have time to go and wrap around for the bomb to go for the plant. There's too many players to worry about. It's a good snap from Haji, but it is ultimately futile.
Haji's got some crisp aim.
He does, yes. Yeah, he's definitely got some skills.
When they first picked him up, I thought, oh, it might be like a young support player. No, this guy's good. He's really good, actually. Last couple days, he's really impressed me.
We've seen some cool stuff from him, especially like just walking into the A bomb site on Inferno by himself on T side, just getting double kills and just opening up the site, winning rounds by himself.
Yeah.
I saw that quite a lot. That was really cool.
Back in the driving seats are Gambits. What will we see from Envy here? Haji investing in some Kevlar. Pistol being picked up here and there. Flashbang on Happy, some more Kevlar. So is this the one flash to rule them all? Is it over the wall towards the Plateau? Perhaps? Time will tell. It seems they are mostly headed in that direction, but maybe they will show some initial presence and wait out some of these CT grenades. It would make sense. Otherwise, surely they'd get Molotov to oblivion if they did make a play towards the Plateau. Actually, that's a very deep smoke, so he's respecting it, looking for potential push, but it would be crazy in a round such as this. Double grenade from Gambit, and there's the response from Happy. RPK charging into the drop zone. That's the one flash, the one grenade they had. And it doesn't work out for them, but Happy will trade the frag and move into connector where there are no CTs. 3 players in B, and Gambit might have a problem here.
Yeah, a lot hinges on Dozier and his ability to survive in this spot, as he is the only man standing between the bomb and the A site. And he has no idea, as you mentioned, about this part of the APC. An easy frag for Happy. The bomb now has a clear passage, perhaps, to the A site. I say that, but there is a player already in the balcony. There's a Dren up there. The AWP is posted up on the double doors.
I don't think Envy were expecting so many players to be on the B bomb site. That might cost them, because they've outmaneuvered themselves in that sense, expecting somebody to be towards A long, and now maybe the bomb plant's unlikely. Can the trade be there? No. Haji with 2 P250 kills, picks up the weapon as well, and smokes off one of the choke points for Mo's creeping with that USP. Whereas Kirishima, he has absolutely no idea. Kirishima will creep past that smoke. 20 seconds left, bomb must be collected, bomb must be planted.
I thought it was quite smart of Mo to like immediately understand he needs to get a kill straight away. If he waited and just, you know, for a 1v2 after plant, his chances would be ultimately worse. Out with the USP here. Finds himself an M4. 10 bullets left in that one as he now makes his way forwards for the kill. No messing around. No nonsense, Mo. And he makes it work. Kirishima gets taken out and he'll get himself the AWP again before going for the defuse. That is a very confident round from Mo for the clutch.
Yeah, I like that. He took the initiative, basically trapping Keo in the site. He didn't, you know, wait, allow Keo to lurk at the site, get under Bal. The second the bomb was planted, he immediately trapped it in and just swiveled, just went back and forth.
He believed.
Yep.
Every step of the way. 6-2, Gambit have a great start.
It's the worst when you see someone in a clutch situation, just allow the T to just like roam around and get somewhere and then just shoot him in the side of the head.
So far, my prediction's looking amazing.
Marvelous.
let
Look
it-
how happy he is with
I
himself.
know, he's so smug, right,
He's
James?
very pleased with himself, Dan.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Seized, making a play through the smoke, and that is not a play you see every day. Waiting for a trade frag attempt, but backing off into the smoke will obscure his own vision. Some counter grenades from the CTs. That's a nice re-smoke. However, the T's are already beyond it.
Whoa.
Whoa! Look at that! Haji going to climb the tree, but he's been taken down by the Park Rangers. Scream and RPK remain. There's a bomb. RPK. Ooh, how much can he get out of this? Some damage done, but a round goes with Gambit. 7-2.
Did he get the run boost, or did he actually just make the jump?
I think they run boosted.
Looked like a run boost.
Yeah, they were head start.
He was on his teammate, yeah. Maybe not a run boost, but he had more elevation at the very least.
Nice.
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 Okay, full buy from both teams. Gambit 7-2. Strong CT side for their cobblers. They are quite cobobulous, one may say.
Is that a word?
It is. It's a word, yes.
On Face It programming, it is absolutely a word.
Sam is
Developed
just making up
over
words.
many seasons. Look at that.
Out of
I'm
the
tongue-tied today.
R&D phase.
Uh-oh.
R&B phase.
R&D, research and development.
Didn't think you were an R&B guy, Dan.
Dancing to that baby making music.
About to have a challenge between Kiyoshima and Dorsia. Well, actually, perhaps Mo first of all, but also pressure from around the drop zone area, and it looks like Mo will start things off well, and they should likely expect that Dorsia could be lucky. He's been playing danger mostly, but you can see the change of position will give him the element of surprise. The bomb is his. Scream has got a blind spot to work with, but Scream needs to basically annihilate everyone.
Can he do it? He has a shadow advantage, but not when there are flashbangs abound. Mo repositioning. Surely there's a sound cue, but one kill won't be enough. How does he peek into this now? He knows Mo is there. Although Mo has multiple targets. Happy trying to run distraction in the meantime, but he will be a fly into one of those lights in the butchers.
No.
Scream misses the mark, and that's 0 frags for Envy in that round. And they're back on the Nico.
Feels bad.
On the subject of R&B, right? Do you remember Akon?
Yeah.
How could you not remember Akon?
There's a video on YouTube by a channel called Diverse Mentality. Like a Where Are They Now, Akon. Akon's a gangster. He's basically trying to like build electricity lines and things in Africa, and he got a $1 billion credit line from China
What?
to build all kinds of stuff. Yeah, he's like,
Damn.
he is awesome.
Go him.
Look at it on
good
YouTube.
stuff.
It's a really cool video.
It's really good.
Where Are They Now, Akon? He
Sounds-
is doing things.
That's cool. That sounds much better than. I hated the whole like. What is it? The voice. What is it called? Like the voice modulator thing.
Auto-tune.
The auto tune. Yeah, I hate it. I hate auto tune.
Akon's awesome.
Wasn't all of his music like auto tune?
Don't know. You're thinking of T-Pain.
Oh, I probably am. Yeah.
I think he signed T-Pain, actually.
Did you see that DMX is going to jail for tax evasion? And at his court case, he played one of his songs to the judge.
When is DMX not in jail? I tried to hire him for ECS finals.
And it worked. It worked.
I tried to hire him for ECS finals, but his management didn't get back to me. I literally tried to get him. I don't know if he would have been allowed in the country, to be honest, but they didn't even reply. But I genuinely wanted to get DMX for ECS finals.
That would have been sick.
It would have been sick, yeah.
What song
Oh,
did he
sad.
play to the judge?
Slippin'.
Exist is a
What?
big
Slippin'.
fan.
Slippin'. I need to remember this. In case I find myself in court.
You gonna play DMX?
I mean,
Yeah,
DMX had a
probably there for
very
like
tough life.
A traffic, you know,
Damn.
or like a parking violation. Use the DMX strat.
Exist's Skype avatar is DMX.
James did say he was planning on going to jail yesterday.
Yeah, that's actually something you did
So
say.
maybe you could use a DMX song for your court case, James.
What you really want? Maybe I'll probably be in military court. There'll be no trial per se.
Let's go.
We need to get Tempter T, that's all I'm saying. The Wembley one. Tempter T.
9-2. Envy not having the greatest of T sides right now. And their record is pretty bad. I think they're like 1 for 7 or something along those lines at the moment in ECS. They really need some W's on the boards. Pop flash. RPK will be sent in the sentry. Or at least he will move forward around the box. Great shot to Mo, but can he find 2? That smoke conceals Hobbit. Gambit looking comfortable for now.
Yeah, playing around the smokes very well. But Envyus do have a great opportunity. They've created a window to run into the A site before the rotation can get there. So this is really solid work. Hadji has a forward position to deny balcony control from the CTs. So this has actually become very awkward. Gambit obviously started things off very well defending B, but you can see that they are in. They understand they have to boost players here to have multiple ways to enter this site. So it's a very hard site to retake.
Dan, it's important to note, bad plant, as on Cash yesterday.
2 players moving up the hill, if you will, for Gambit. That's a very nice shot from Hadji, an important one. But is it enough to yield around? Scream is position unknown, one would assume. Hobbit moving towards the bomb site. That bomb is ticking. Surely this is their round. Seems he will face. Oh, he's missed a shot, but surely he's 1 round anyway. Oh, really?
It is a bad plant, Dan.
It is a bad plant. But there was no time. There was no time.
It was close, though.
I just think about, whenever I see Scream in a clutch, I always just think about these legendary clutch stats, which are apparently very bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So I always just predict failure. That's what I'm saying.
9-3 for Gambit. Both teams are on the bye once again. Mo with his AWP as per usual. He's going to be headed to the B bomb site on this occasion. He's rotating his position. Got the E Honda AWP. Envy with a 580. They've got good utility after the initial engagement for an execute of some description. Ooh, it looks like Gambit are going for another boost. 2 plays in the drop. The smoke is in, but no. Gambit are chill, as Americans would say.
Chill bros.
Yeah, he's creeping his way around. Really nice from him. RPK is really very good at sort of like picking scenarios like that, just sort of edging his way in a good vantage point. I mean, that's just look at him on train on T side, and you'll see that he's made quite a name for himself.
Yeah, he's not really that type of player that like throw himself into like chaos. He likes to like just pick into places and take like burst or tap fights.
Yeah, and Envyus are trading out the A defense here, so they've created 3v3, and look at the position here from Happy. You can see that he can shoot for a kill here, and he'll get it. Now the B bomb site is clear. One thing Envyus have been doing pretty well is actually playing with the CT rotation. They've had quite a few strong rounds with this, despite having limited success ultimately. But this should be another victory. The previous round where we saw Scream in the 1v1 and a success for Envyus, they have now done a similar type of round, but just on the B side as a finish instead. Oh wow!
2-on-2. Is Mo ready for the pre-fire? Happy's on the low ground, where Adren was on the high ground, and Happy will get the kill on both ends. Adren now sees the trajectory. Gets himself 1 versus 1, but Hadji's good for it. And it seems that Envy might just get a reasonable score out of this half, as bad as it looked before. They've broken the money of Gambit. They've got 4 rounds of a potential 6 at this point.
I always love it when I see players like utilize, say, that connector door smoke. You wouldn't be able to use the spot Happy was in to watch drop without the connector door smoke. So someone coming out of E-box right there would never think to put their crosshair there on the retake, right? Because what are the odds that someone's chilling in that spot? I said chilling. You planted the word in my head, James. But yeah, I like their positional spot choice by Happy there.
Has James been incepting you?
He has.
You only have to worry when you find out one day you wake up and you discover you bought 5 keyboards. That's you're finally gonna have to worry.
Gambit making a fight out of this. The bomb still seems focused on the B bomb site. And down goes the smoke. Maybe weapons can be collected. Scream realizing that, going for some spray, but Adrenaline is just moving into position. He's got himself a pop flash.
I don't know what I'd think if I woke up with 5 new keyboards next to me.
Surrounded in keyboards. What has happened?
Where did these come from?
Enrobed in keyboards.
Enrobed. Oh, I'm gonna have to get you a custom made robe filled with keyboards, James. Zipper is, keycaps. So the boost
Just make
coming
sure
out.
it's made from velvet.
Well, this is a pretty awesome boost. This might be the only thing that could give them a chance. The timing for Adren is very, very good as he emerges with the CZ. Needs to get a quick clean kill, but he can't, and that might seal the deal. But perhaps Doja can still create something special here for Gambit. Time is of the essence for Envyus. They're running out of it. 15 seconds to go as they get the kill. Mo, it's the last man standing now for Gambit as he makes his way forwards with the CZ, and he's dangerous. They are very weak here. He'll just turn the corner. Oh my goodness, made a very good go of it. But not quite. Denied by Envyus. 5 rounds for them.
It was a forced buy from Gambit. They really needed the round win. The damage just won't be enough. They don't have the money to have a good buy in this round, but it looks like it might be better than last round, so we'll see if they can go one better. That was a close one, but again, right now the story is the comeback for Envy. After looking like they might get 2-3 rounds. They've got 5 and they look good for 6.
Story for me might be Doge using the 5-7.
I did notice that. A rare 5-7. Don't see that every day.
Yeah.
I want to still use it.
I remember you did say that.
But it's a hard argument.
Yeah. I would love to use it, but I just can't bring myself to do it. CZ too good. Hobbits. Oh, the tap, tap, tap with the CZ. Now he can make his way around to the back perhaps, but he does get shut down in the end as 4 kills quickly go the way of Envyus, and they clean house. Envyus have recovered valiantly into their T side of cobblestone, and that's pretty cool. I think it was what, a 7-2 scoreline, something like that for Gambit at some point. So
yeah, I think that was right about when you were bragging. Now you're sweating, Dan.
That's
You're
true.
sweating.
It's true, it's true.
Sweating like a pervert. There it is, 6-9.
Why would a pervert sweat, James?
Well, how can I answer your question at 12:30 local time? Why would a pervert sweat, Sean? We could discuss this over lunch.
Okay.
Wow.
It's been running around.
That is nuts, James.
Running around in a rush to do the shopping, to make.
This is why, because you say stupid things like that, Dan, this is why I have to go so far to the extreme on the other side. Say outrageous stuff, just to balance how big of a nerd you are.
I was trying to do something PG. I was trying to help you out. Trying to give you some inspiration, but
This is why we are the yin and the yang. It's not race related, but just 2 extremes.
And armors. Oh,
ouch.
the flicks.
Kiyoshima. I've always rated Kiyoshima pretty highly, so it's really cool to see him back on a team that is competing at the high level.
Yeah, everyone, I mean, myself included, thought he did really well on FaZe, actually.
Yeah.
It was really
weird
to see him get cut there.
I agree.
I was personally always very impressed with how smart he plays clutches. I think like I think he's a very good clutcher. I think he's got all the skill sets for it, and he's very decisive, and he immediately understands sort of like what the best plays are when he's in those situations, and obviously has great aim to back it up.
It's crazy, you don't really think of him when you think of like the top 10 players.
Yeah.
Like he has spent a large portion of his career on like the top 1 or 2 teams in the world. When you think about it,
Very true, yeah.
the old Envyus team and then FaZe, he's been up there.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the interesting thing about a team like Envyus, because they do have such like they have a lot of talent and experience.
They do actually. Yeah.
Charging through the smoke are Gambit, and the numbers game is working out for them. There are problems for NVCs from the back. Takes an RPK, trying to hold down the B bomb sites, and what do the remainder do? 2 versus 5. forcing their way back into the drop area at the very least. There is a kit onto Hadji. They've got some grenades as well, but surely this is a suicide run.
Yeah, it's not looking too good, is it? They can perhaps do some damage on the outskirts, but Adren's already potentially looking for this. There's some info for them. This is a rough round to be up against from Envyus' perspective. To lose a CZ rush into B, that's not a good prospect. Envyus still have a 4x left in them though, right? I believe.
I don't know. I think they might have to save here.
Oh right,
I mean, they're gonna have to. They're gonna force 5, but.
I totally misinterpreted Lemonis.
It's weird that they played so incredibly passive, having an M4 on statue, just pre-smoking it off. It's almost like they played too safe instead of prying for info on plat.
Counter-Strike is a game where you must take risks at all times. Well, most of the times. Always a risk involved.
Well, Gambit on the charge now. C's will wait, but he's the bomb carrier, so perhaps he wants to move forward. This is a... Does he know he's got the bomb? I start to wonder. Does work out, but that could have been a lot messier. And that is time bought for the CT rotation, which is still pretty slow right now. Making their way towards A as the bomb gets planted in the exposed position.
Yeah, really nice fast push from Gambit. It's going to be tough to deal with a bomb plant situation with no kits, let alone such poor weaponry. Oh wow, they're actually doing a huge amount of damage here. Swinging in with those CZs, and Dozier just standing in the open. Perhaps the hubris got to Gambit, and although credit is due to Envyus, just hitting their shots, swinging in the way, swinging through the A side of the map.
3v5.
Not too bad,
3v0.
not too bad. That's pretty insane. And look at where the money is for Gambit. That was not a good time for them to lose a round. Where was Dido was? Ooh, Kyo.
Eight to 10. Rough buy this time for Gambit. Score is getting close. Who will be able to get some momentum going as the pendulum swings back and forth. Hadji gets his bell rung immediately. There's a trade from Hobbit, but they know Happy's there as well. Some shoulder peeking. That's the bomb lost, and the Molotov will displace Seized. He can't trade, and Happy forces the action forwards. In the meantime, Dozier trying to take control of the A bomb site. RPK picked off 2 on 2. Dozier and Seized very, very tagged indeed. All of 12 HP for Seeds. He has the AK advantage on screen, but not Kirishima. Got to find the one shots, but I don't know if he saw the corner of the smoke or something, but either way, there is round number 9 for Envy, and Gambit are put on the eco.
Stream coming up big, 2 rounds in a row right there. 2Ks, save rounds. Save the match. Steal it right from Dan's clammy little hands.
Oh god. I'm so happy I don't have clammy hands. That would really make me sad. That's the one thing, you know, always love meeting and greeting the fans at esports events, but I tend to give the bro fist. People want to shake your hand, right? I don't want to shake people's hands because that's a lot of people's hands. Not everybody cleans their hands. I don't need viruses. I've got to talk for a living. So I'll give the bro fist. There's one time at the last major where someone asked me to sign their mouse pad, so I went to take the pen from them, and they shook my hand instead of giving me the pen. But yeah, if you have clammy hands, you've got to have that self-awareness, man. Go in for the bro fist. Don't offer the sweaty palm. It's gross.
Yeah. I mean, they had they had these adverts running on TV in the UK for a while, where it's like they're trying to make this point that like they had like a business meeting scenario. Everyone in the business meeting, they greet each other by like kissing each other on the mouth, and then they, instead of handshaking,
On the mouth.
Yeah, yeah, and they say like, look, handshaking is disgusting and spreads way more like germs and so on than like something like kissing does. So I actually don't know what the point of it was, whether it's they're trying to sell like hand sanitizer or what they were trying to do, but
You sure you weren't watching a late night channel there?
I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure.
In the south of France, they like men greet each other by kissing each other on the cheek, as as women would greet each other, or you greet a woman. But in the north of France, it's not so common. So when you've got someone who's not really familiar with France, and you go south of France and you like greet a friend, they always taken by surprise by that.
Basically, next time you guys see Dan, just give him a kiss. Skip the handshake. Dan would love that.
(10-10). Both teams on the bye once again. Who will take the lead here? This is an important round.
The spray battle. Happy wins it. Important fight to win. Happy has a couple of nades left as well. And Haji, hello, he's going to peek up and take down Mo. So this is a really big problem for Gambit.
Oh!
See ya! That's a very strong showing from Haji. That crispness that Sean was talking about previously seems to be continuing. The crispiest of players, perhaps.
The trend's looking pretty crispy too. Burnt.
Yeah, so where does this leave Gambit? Envyus are doing a really good job at taking the control back of this match. Gambit perhaps needs to switch things up. Maybe go back to a faster pace on the next buy round.
That's nasty. Well, this situation sucks for Gambit. Happy looking away for the flashbangs. He'll take one in the face instead, but he's behind the smoke. 4 players have gone past him. Lining up and he's spreading the wealth. Nice patience from him, and he still has 10 bullets in the hole. M4A4 all day, baby.
Good crosshair placement.
4 frags for Happy. Marvelous stuff.
He's been consistently fragging.
Wow, it's 25 frags.
Is he a French exist?
No. No.
What does that mean?
No, not even close.
I don't know what it
I think he's trying to compare. I mean, if you compare them as 2 players, I think they're vastly different players, personally. But
Yeah, they definitely play very differently, like their roles.
yeah, Happy lurks. Happy.
I mean,
can
like
walk really well.
in-game leader, but good fragger. I don't know. Maybe
Exist is a
has
very
a
good
place
fragger.
on a different team as just as a good fragger.
I don't know where all the hate for Exist came from.
Ignorance.
Yeah. It's like a weird bandwagon that started. Just
Probably really. I mean, people criticize the veto picks of NIP, but I think that's all of it really. 12-10, and Envy have a problem on the A bomb side because Gambit are moving very fast. They've got that smoke towards the long area, but Haji is around the wooden panels. 2 kills for him. The bomb's on the floor, 3 on 3, as this is a very fast-moving round.
Yeah, this is sort of like the pace switch up that we were expecting from Gambit, and it's working out actually. 2v2 now on the bomb side as the bomb plant is available. And Hobbit's watching the rat's hole position, and he's going to be able to catch Kiyoshima. Doesn't get the kill though, and it's kind of critical. Screen's walking around with an AK, potentially very dangerous here, especially with full HP, the incendiary used as well. Eliminate some potential positions here. Still some time. Oh, Scream, unfortunate. Can't quite find the frag, but the shadow position, as well as you mentioned previously, Sean, could have put him at a big disadvantage there. And Gambits win a round with a fast pace.
yeah, that's what they didn't have that yesterday. Maybe they watched. What do you think? What do you think, James? Did they watch?
I hope so. Should always be tuned in.
Shox used to, like back in the early days, Shox used to tell us that he would stay up till like 6 AM watching all of the stuff me and James would do.
Yeah, I would watch it all too.
That was really weird. I think when we were first broadcasting, we never considered people watching what we were doing because it's like 6 AM and so on.
Yeah, it was really cool. Unexpected. But awesome. RPK taking chunks. Got to be careful about his positioning. Maybe there's a gap in the smoke to be seen, and seems that maybe there was because he's been taken out. Scream will take C's out in the meantime. Again, will it be a fast-moving round? There's a smoke to slow down things on the plateau. Lots of investment in the grenades to deny Envy information at the very least. It won't be in a position to peek the plateau because of all those Molotovs. And now Hobbit's going to see what's going on towards A.
Yeah, those early days were really funny. You guys put Threat in some very awkward spots.
yeah.
And I just thank you guys for not doing that to me. Just
And the season with Threat, but that was fun.
That was a great season.
Yeah.
Gambit moving into the B-bomb site now. The flank is coming in from the CTs, but it's quite far away. 35 seconds, Kishima hiding behind a boulder. Well, Happy shoots through the door. Happy the bait, perhaps. Kishima moving close, trying to stop the plant from going down, but you can't get close enough with Adren on the prowl. The flank is coming into fruition now as Haji is very close to the crack in the wall. Will he be looked for? Not quite yet. Adren can't QQ fast enough with the AWP. And there is a round for Envy.
Haji. 2K after 2K after 2K after 2K. Got 3 this round though, I think, right? I feel like he's just putting up numbers this half.
Yeah, he's been doing really, really well. He's caught up with Happy quite nicely. And it's Hachi and Happy absolutely that have really made the difference. I mean, if we could look at the scores and so on, and a lot of these impactful situations on the fragging. C sets out for Gambit now. Flash over to the top. Try to go fast into the side, see if it works out, but it will not. RPK will stop him. Screen with the nicely placed incendiary as well to help the defense. Ooh, this is a bit annoying. Some damage coming out here. See, he's creeping forwards to try to do some more, but it will be hard against the Orbs. Also 4 grenades as well. Great position for Kiyoshima. Nice boost though. This may actually be one of the spots that could work out for Gambit. Gun collected for Dozier. They're getting more dangerous as time goes on.
Time is going on. How long can C's survive on the tree? Not very long at all. Round number 14 for Envy. Let's see where the money is for Gambit. It's not in the best of places, really. Do they force or do they play for 4 rounds against match point with a much better buy? That is the question. That is the quest. That is the decision to be made. Nothing bought just yet.
I think I would at very least CZ half buy here with smokes. And do something similar, like a B exec. Except smoke coop, so that you single off the opper.
What would Dan do?
What would Dan do, yeah?
What Gambit's position?
Obviously Gambit's position.
I think I'd probably try to just do break B, actually, like a delayed B exec. Try to bait out some of the initial utility and then just do a delayed B exec, something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, are you full buying or are you half buying? That's the main question here.
I'm full buying.
So someone has an issue with their microphone, which is why there was a technical pause, but we are back into it now, and indeed, Gambit have gone for the force buy. They've done the DDK.
It would be nicer to see a little bit more utility if possible, but I guess they prioritize the AWP. So, and that's like the thing that I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about, like, if you're gonna play a really fast round, it might be problematic. But if you want Mo to sort of open things up to then create a situation for a fast round, then it can make sense. So I guess I'll try to start out slow here. Is Mo tries to pick something up for the team, and they can get some information, apply some pressure around the map.
There are many rounds though with a sniper rifle on a T side where you just stand around holding an angle and just nobody peeks you, and you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. The clock goes down, and then you've got the gun but not the grenades.
Yeah, he's gonna have to likely peek into another AWP, maybe. You can try to get the pick. I mean, right now, Envyus, we have to ask, how are they incentivized to play the defensive setup? Are they incentivized in this round to play very defensively? Or are they incentivized to want to play a bit more aggressively, a bit more forward? We can see right now from our perspective, they're playing quite passively. They've got an emphasis around plat control with the AWP around B. So using that as a focal point there, and towards A, they have Happy from the APC with the AWP. So a very far back setup.
Yeah, when stream at that forward position on plat, this plat control that Gambit threw out isn't doing anything for them right now.
30 seconds remaining for Gambit. And Mo manages to get a kill on the A site, in fact. So here we are. He's got that opening pick, and they move in 5 versus 3 now as RPK moves around the APC, but presumably heard, and Mo gets his second kill of the round. All of a sudden, Scream is alone. I was not expecting that.
That was a huge opening kill from Mo.
I feel like Envyus played it pretty well. Like, to play as passively as they did. I think that's probably the better way to do it. But they really got caught off guard there. And Haji too, like, he was in a spot where I feel like so many times in this match you see a 2k from Haji there, and he just sort of like got a clumsy sort of chunk of damage in a dink.
Yeah, it's just like sometimes you lose the fights.
Yeah.
I mean, they just lost the fights that round. 'Cause I think, yeah, strategically they were set up pretty well to win that round. It's just they didn't.
Sometimes don't hit the shots.
Oh, the awareness of Mo bait him through.
That is unfortunate for Scream.
They've picked up a second AWP now on the T side.
Wow, I think, did Envyus need that AK? Kinda did.
Yeah. Would have been nice, especially on Scream.
Yeah.
That's where he does his work. His real art is shown. RPK and Haji playing around A long. So 3 men towards A at the beginning of this round. So Envyus may feel like Gambit have an emphasis towards the A defaults. So he's continuing to get some good picks. He's only 13 for 19, but I feel like I've seen a lot of good opening frag from him.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing actually. I feel like he's played a lot better on this Gambit team.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
It's a brave re-peek from RPK. Realized something had to be done, and that's what he did. So what is going on now? Dozier and RPK dueling. RPK, an ever dangerous player, looking to take NV2 match point here over Gambit. Again, Mirages to come between these two sides. Now we're down to 2 Gambit players. The double AWPs are all that remains. 1 sniper rifle's tricky enough on the T side of cobblestone, but 2. That's asking for a lot, perhaps. Well, it is asking for a lot. So they probably save these and then play against match point with 2 sniper rifles.
You know what I'm actually a huge fan of on Cobble? That really old version of Fnatic did. I think even when Olaf was, it was when Olaf was on Fnatic. He would op up here, right, and just hold the A push, and 4 guys would just get plat control the entire round. To just get plat control and then drop control. And if anyone pushes A, they're dead. and then if they don't push A and you keep plat control, you could just go back to A. And you'd probably assume there's only 1 guy A because you've spent so much resources at the B bomb site, and you have so much map control at B that it allows you to go back to A for free almost. It's actually pretty smart. I would call it a lot actually on Misfits towards the end. Like if things just didn't work out, or if we had 2 offs, I would call it. I don't even know if they knew what they did back then, but it was brilliant when I saw it and I took it. I'm sure they did know what they did because it was a really good idea.
Ooh. Happy, what is his play? Oh, there's a gap, but they know it, they are aware of it, and the trade is immediate. Minute 30 for Gambit to play this 4 versus 4. They will send someone towards the B bomb site. No CTs on plateau, no early information for NV. They will have to play the waiting game. Wallbang. Presumably lining up for a CT, maybe with an AWP by the door to connector. But there are quite a few different places you can stand, so it's hard to be successful with that kind of wallbang on cobblestone.
Yeah, Envyus have recovered so well, and with the slow push with the double orbs, I'm not convinced that Gambit have the explosiveness they're going to need in this round. But we'll see. They have 45 seconds left. They're beginning to make a move towards A, and this has worked out really well. Envyus are stacking towards B right now. I mean, we have RPK rotating. He's going to get caught out of position, but Haji, initial frag is his, and maybe the second one as well. That is massive. It's not the bomb, but so much damage has been dealt. RPK swings back. into the A site, and that's everything under control. 16-12 finish. Great recovery from Envyus. Hadji and Happy in particular really playing a big part in that.
Oh, another 2K for Haji. There's so many rounds on that CT half where he kept them in these rounds. Some really impactful kills.
Yeah, that was finally a win in the bag for Team Envy. See if they can have a happy day moving on to Mirage as well. This is back and forth. You guys thought Gambit would take that one?
Yeah, I thought cobblestone would fare pretty well for Gambit. I have to say, moving into Mirage, I really don't